Hell yeah, better hacking skills than Seagal. All right, so this is how his movie starts out. Why does it start out this way? No idea.
Yeah, don't worry about it. We'll be fine.
You're all shocked at that? Are you guys shocked at how his movie starts? Yeah, that's his ringtone. So he gets a call. He gets a call and says, don't worry about it, and just hangs up.
Who was it?
Warsaw.
Do I know her?
Who was it? Warsaw. Do I know her? So, I mean, she's on Seagal's level of intelligence. Obviously, Warsaw's a place. And how does he know if she knows her? She's obviously a prostitute. How could he possibly know?
Listen, if I'm not jealous, you don't need to be jealous.
If there was a woman named Warsaw, do you think she's going to be hot? Is there any chance a woman named Warsaw is going to be hot, if it was a woman? Yeah, I guess that's just what Warsaw does. I guess my fault. This is legit. I was wrong. Warsaw is totally a smoking hot chick. And this is very important part of the movie because she's never mentioned again. She's never seen again. Nothing about this ever comes up ever again. Seagal. Yeah. These are my favorite people. So this guy, this isn't supposed to have sound. I took the sound out of that part. This guy, he hires Seagal to get a package. Why does he do that? We never learn this. We never learn why he sent Seagal to get a package. It's 30 minutes out of town, but only Seagal can get the package, of course. And this guy, this is the guy we call Pete. He is one of the dumbest and at the same time, one of my favorite characters in any Seagal movie. He's like a Seagal Jr. He acts like Seagal, but he doesn't get to win everything like Seagal does. Nothing any of these people do make any sense in this entire movie. But they both have to get the package together for some reason. I don't know why I need two people to get a package, but they do. Yeah. So they drive out to this old lady's barn. They get the package from these fellows. These fellows have had their tongues cut out. Again, never explained why they do this. They just do it. We don't know why they're in this barn house. None of that makes any sense.
Is that the package?
Oh my God. Is that the package? He goes to this barn. He sees these two people holding a package, the only package there, and asks if that's the package. Then Sherlock Seagal pieces it together.
I think this may be it, Omar.
Yeah, he thinks that might be the package. The only package there. The only package there, and the package they hand him when he asks for the package, and he says, I think this might be the package. This is some Disney level writing. Yeah, that's why I called him Thick Tracy. I think that was this one. God damn. Oh yeah, these guys just break in. They just kick the door and start shooting. The best part, of course, I know this is going to come off as a shock to you guys. They never explain who these people are or why they do any of it. They just bust the door in and start shooting. Of course, Seagal does his no-look shooting because he's scared of he's scared of bullets. He's scared of that bang sound. It bothers him. Oh yeah, he burns it down. They burn down her home. They burn it down, throw a body on the ground, and say, "You're good, right? You're good? Yeah, she's great. She's got this. Don't worry. She'll handle this." And they just fucking leave. Oh my God. I actually do like that. I respect that. I respect that a lot.
I don't know, but they were speaking Danish.
Oh yeah. I left this part of the original video. They're driving back. Apparently, he was at a fashion show. Just whatever. He was at a fashion show. He saw the people that came in and kicked the door down for a split second. He saw them for a split second, and you know, Seagal has got perfect memory. He remembers them. He remembers all of them. Remembers every single part of it. And so he recognizes them, and oh yeah, Pete was there too. Of course, none of that is ever mentioned again. Why that's there, who knows why that's there, but they decided that Seagal's perfect, so he of course has that Sherlock Holmes memory, and he remembers all of that. Oh my God. So he's pissed. He's pissed that those people tried to kick the door in and murder everyone. So he tells the guy, you know what, go to hell. I'm not working for you ever again.
Find yourself a new delivery boy.
Will you?
So he says, hey, I know you're not working for me ever again, but you want to work for me again?
Deliver the package to the agreed address.
Okay.
That was the convincing. He said, I'm never working for you again. This is bullshit. You want to work for me? Okay, sure. Why not? Yeah, sounds good. Sounds good. Oh, we're like 4 minutes into this movie. We are 4 minutes into this movie. So, and now the little Pete Seagal, the guy that hired him wants to talk to Pete.
Bucky wants to see you right now.
So he sends them, hey, can you go get Pete for me? And then he tells Pete, hey, could you go see the Jeff Bezos guy?
Messy.
He says, sure. And then fucking kills him. He just fucking kills them. Why? No idea why. He just kills them in a public area. I told you, he's little Seagal. So then he breaks into the guy's house. Yeah, murders her. Murders the maid. Okay, cool. So it turns out this guy wants to hire him, give him some more money to do another job.
I have an errand to me.
That's what he wanted him for.
I can trust.
I bet you can't see what's coming. Bet you can't see what's coming. Yeah, he fucking kills him. In his own home. He just murders him. For no reason. He just wanted to hire him for another job. If you guys are seeing a pattern here, this part's going to blow your minds. He then steals a car. What do you think happens? What do you think happens? What do you think? Any guesses? Any guesses? Yeah, he fucking murders the guy. I guess it's his car, so he just murders him. So he's just murdering every person he sees. This movie is like 8-year-olds playing. And they just let it happen. They just let it happen. Oh my God. Where to even begin with all of this? He murders the car. Yeah, he murders someone that was in that parking garage. And this is the guy. This is the guy who apparently paid the other guy, the Jeff Bezos guy that's dead now, to get the package. That is this guy. There just happens to be a newspaper with his whole biography that Seagal picks up. So that's just know him. And this is the embassy. I don't know why we need to know that. This is the main villain. His motivations are, of course, not clear at all. Apparently some bad stuff happened a long time ago. Oh my God. He hires... Who's he hire? Because he wants to kill Seagal, of course, because everyone wants to kill Seagal. So he hires this guy. This is the guy I call Shaft because he's dressed like Shaft, and he's supposed to be a spy out in Germany. Doesn't he look like he would really blend in Germany? Nobody would ever remember him. He's so under the radar. But yeah, he hires Seagal, or him to kill Seagal. I think the reason they give is because Seagal was trying to deliver the package to that guy. That guy is partners with this guy. They are partners. Shaft even says, should you ask your partner about it? And he's like, nah, let's not ask him about it. Let's just kill him. Cool. Oh, and the hotel. So many amazing things happen at this motel. Hotel, whatever it is, I don't care. This place. So this is the wife, who you can see through her head. I'm sure that's some weird light thing, but yeah, you can see through her head and see the chandelier behind it. That's really bizarre. But they set up for Seagal to drop off the package. Yeah, no, that's not the overacting one. The overacting one's to come. The overacting, I have like 4 favorite characters in this movie. None of them are Seagal, but he's one of them. Yeah, I don't know how you can see through her head. I have no idea. It's a Seagal movie, though, so you shouldn't question it. Anyways, she wants him to meet her to drop off the package. Seagal says, well, that would be stupid. Why would I drop off the package? So he hires this little leprechaun guy. He hires him. He hires to deliver the package. This is all normal stuff to Seagal. Seagal sees nothing bizarre in the slightest about this. This is very, very normal things to do. Don't worry, you never see him again. He's probably dead. This is the part you've been waiting for. Yes, I'm sorry, you guys. I shouldn't have left you hanging. This is a Steven Seagal mega blockbuster hit movie. Obviously, it's a masterpiece hit. So he goes back to his room, and he walks literally I can't show the whole thing, but he walks like for 30 seconds, as slow as humanly possible. When the overactor guy hits him in the top of the back, which of course knocks him out because that's science. All right, this is where he just goes off. He does not realize he's in the Seagal movie. Talks like he's in Monty Python.
All that sharp pain in the back of your neck. You seem to have taken an active interest in my employer.
His employer, of course, is the wife. He's asking, hey, who sent you to kill me and why? And he's wondering why. Why would Seagal ask that?
I wonder why that is.
You're asking who this guy is because he's in your hotel room, he attacked you, and he tied you up. I think why and who, I think these are very valid questions. I know it's Seagal, but that's a very normal question to ask. You can't figure out why Seagal wants to know that, though.
What I am or am not is inconsequential to this moment. Asphyxiation.
Oh, yeah. Then he explains what asphyxiation is, in case you guys don't know, because, these are for Seagal fans. They don't know things.
Is the process by which air is shut off to the lungs, thereby cutting off oxygen to the brain.
Wait, but what happens if you cut off oxygen to the brain? I hope they explain that. Man, I better explain that.
And when the brain dies, Mr. Weber, well, then, what's the point?
That's sort of an answer, I guess. But apparently the brain dies. And if Seagal's brain dies, what's the point? I mean, is anything different? And I am giving you a complete 100% accurate retelling of this. I am not exaggerating. I'm not space icing this. This is literally the movie. So of course Seagal, because he's, perfect, I guess, he knew this was going to happen, so he set up a decoy package, obviously. Of course he set up a decoy package in this place he's never been. Because remember, he sent the leprechaun guy here. He sent the leprechaun guy here, so he shouldn't have ever even been here. Oh, God. Every time I think we're getting to breathe, there's something even stupider. Seagal's like, dude, I got to take a piss. So, okay.
Easy.
Seagal's peeing. He's yelling at him, easy. Be easy, yeah. Like, what the? Is he pissing too hard? What is happening? So Seagal, calms down the peeing. He pees with less enthusiasm. Yeah, even Seagal's like, what the fuck, dude? And then he opens the package. My God, he opens the package. Check out this explosion. for opening the package. Check out the explosion. Oh my God. That's the bus station. That's the bus station. He blew up everybody in that bus station from that little package that was in the corner. That was in the corner. Little bathroom. It blew. Oh, hundreds have to be dead now. Hundreds have to be dead now. How was that possible? Obviously, it was some sort of nuclear weapon. Obviously. Come on, man. Get your shit together. How was that possible? Damn, come on. Use your brain. Use your brain. So yeah, he's now officially a terrorist. He's absolutely a terrorist. I know we've known that for a while, but this movie is 2003. This is not too long after he was making theater movies. Somehow they went to theaters. This is not like it's 2016. This is 2003. So, this is like the only hotel room in all of Germany. They all happen to go here. So Shaft goes here, and he checks in. It's probably a school. I mean, he's blown up schools before, but this time I think it was a bus station. Shaft goes to the hotel. He checks in under Seagal's character's name, Jonathan Cold. That is Seagal's character's name. He goes in. He's here to kill Seagal. He checks in as Seagal. They never explain what the fuck that's supposed to be. Why would you check in under the person you're trying to kill? How does he know? How does he know Seagal didn't check in under Seagal's name? Yeah, he jumped out the window. I didn't include that in there because somehow Seagal jumping out of a window, when that's the most believable thing about a scene, you know the movie's shit. Slow down. I can't slow down. You can't slow down with this. This is just... We're only 30 seconds into this entire movie. His name's not Shaft, but he dresses like Shaft, and that's a lot easier to remember than whatever his name is. So here he is checking in as Seagal. The only thing that accomplishes...
Mr. Colt.
is Pete comes asking for him. This is all it accomplishes. Pete comes asking for him because Pete wants to kill Seagal. They don't really tell us why Pete wants to kill Seagal, but he's chasing him around Germany to kill Seagal. So all checking in under Seagal's name does is now he's going to try and kill Shaft. That is the only thing it accomplished, is a hit is now on Shaft. But this is Pete. You think he's just going to go up to the hotel room? Of course not. He fucking kills her. He just fucking kills her. What? Cool. I don't know why. Of course, there's no reason given why he did that. Pete, like I told you, Pete is like Seagal, just not allowed to be perfect at everything. He just kills everybody he comes across for no reason. So now he tries to kill Shaft. Oh no, I guess I skipped ahead. All right, so now Seagal, I guess we'll come back to that. Seagal's meeting the chick, the girl he called and he sent the fake package to. Now he's outside her home. Because people would normally think, hey, how did he get through the gate? That would be the only plot hole in this movie. So they made sure, oh, we can't have that plot hole. We need to have him, his body double, hop over this little fence. Because everyone would be calling him out on that, and they would never be able to show their faces. So he hops over the fence, and then, he's Seagal. So he just starts killing their security. These guys aren't bad people. They're not guarding bad people. They're guarding a lady and her daughter who live there. That is all they are doing. They are guarding a lady and her daughter. But Seagal comes in and just murders them all. Oh, why? Also, so we can perv on her taking a bath. And he tells her, I just want you to know I could get in here. That is the only reason he murdered all of those people. So she would know, don't mess with him. It's unclear how long he's been standing there. I feel like Seagal made them do multiple takes on this. Okay, now we're back with Pete. because he went to what he thought was Seagal's room because the guy checked in as Seagal for no goddamn reason. Why? But he's ready for it. He shoots him 3 times with a shotgun. He flies out the second-story window and dies. And dies. And dies. We all know he didn't really die, but yes, you would die from that. I don't care if he's wearing a Kevlar vest. 3 shotgun blasts and falling from the second story like that would kill you. So now Shaft is driving around and, oh my God, he's looking for Seagal. What happens? What could happen? Oh my God, Seagal cuts him off. Seagal cuts him off. What are the odds? That tiny little road. Everyone just happens to be down that tiny little road. So lucky. But it's not Seagal. It's a guy who looks like his body double with some weird, really weird cheeks. He's got something going on with that cheek. You're not having difficulty following the logic. If you were following the logic, then I would think you're lying or you're having issues. But the fact that you can't follow it is why I know you do follow it. Apparently, this guy was driving Seagal's car, and he explains the very normal reason he was driving Seagal's car.
We traded cars.
They traded cars. They traded cars. You know how often you're just out and someone just comes up, hey, you want to trade cars? And you're like, fuck yeah, I want to trade cars. And you guys just drive each other's cars from now on. Not to mention that Seagal's is a rental. Dude traded his car for a rental. So, of course, Shaft kills him, obviously, because that's what we do in this movie. If there's a character, we kill him. Yeah, so I'm trying to find out the best time for streams, so I'm trying different times. Problem with Sundays, a big issue with that is football season is going to start soon. Yeah, and I'm more into NFL than college, so Saturdays might be more likely, but I'm going to try other times too. I'm going to try probably some night weekdays, just see what works out best for people. Anyways, we're back to the hotel. I don't remember. Oh, yeah, this is what happens. This is what we see. This is literally, this is how it works. We see the hotel. Boom. Now we're here. No plot hole there. He's just all of a sudden has his gun in his face. We don't see, did he knock? Did Seagal just come out and find him there? Have they been standing like this for an hour? Who the fuck knows? We just find it like this. Oh my God. So Seagal's going to take him to the real package, because this movie's not going to just repeat itself, right? Why would it just repeat itself twice in a row for no reason? Why would it do that? Oh my God. So, oh yeah, Pete shows up. Why does Pete show up? Why does Pete show up? I don't know. How's he not dead? I don't know. But he's there, and he's pointing a gun at Seagal. How did Seagal or Pete even know to go here? These are all questions for stupid people. If you don't know, then you must be stupid. Oh my God. Oh, but they're not done. I think someone else is going to show up. Yeah, she shows up. Who told her to show up? Nobody told her to show up. She just shows up. Everyone just shows up here. Cool. I'm glad you're here, lady, for no reason. Yeah, she just walks in.
What's going on?
Yeah, she doesn't even know why she's here. She asks, what? What are we all doing here?
Listen, I'll explain later.
So then they leave, and these guys. CIA, maybe? I don't know. They show up. Why do they show up? To blow everything up. They show up. These people are never mentioned again. They're never told who they are. They just show up to plant bombs and blow this thing up. Can I even explain this? I mean, nothing else has made sense, so why does it matter? That girl is not Warsaw. Warsaw is, I believe, the capital of Poland. So it was, I'm sure, a government something from Poland. That's who Warsaw was. This, oh man, this is where they try and get the entire plot in like a 60-second period. So she's the wife of that guy. apparently she was having an affair with one of her husband's employees. See, did we get a good look at him? Am I not? That's him. He's like 50s to 60. This is a flashback. 50s to 60. He was having an affair with the wife. And she's like 28, I think, now in this movie. She was 28. I looked up the actress, and that was her age. So I guess the husband and the government guy that we saw that hired Shaft were doing some shady things. This guy found out about it and was going to expose it and just happened to be having an affair with the wife. So they blew up the plane he was in, and the package has the black box of the plane and all this guy's evidence against the husband. They don't explain how that all came together. If he was the only guy that knew about it, how does any of that make any sense? And it gets worse. I think I'll bring it up later. But this whole affair thing gets even worse. Just not yet. Come on. Yeah, we get it. She was banging some old dude a long time ago. Got it. Oh, yeah, this is them blowing the place up for no reason. Shaft was in there, so Shaft is dead. Pete survives because he... Oh, my God. Oh, this is frustrating me. It sounds really stupid. It sounds stupid, but when you're actually explaining it, it's so much stupider. I promise you, it is so much stupider. So during the middle of this, his brother's like, "Hey, bro, you want to have dinner? Yeah, let's have dinner in Poland. I know you're in Germany, but let's go have dinner in Poland." Cool. The CIA or something's following them. I'm just going to ignore that. I'm just going to ignore all that. But they lose him just by walking away. But listen to what the brother tells him.
He told me what you did after you got caught. You tried to negotiate your way out by giving up Dad's name to the fucking KGB. Just to save your own ass.
Okay. Seagal apparently got caught in either Russia or Soviet Union, something like that, and sold his dad out, who I guess was in prison, some sort of KGB prison, and Seagal was in prison. None of this has ever been mentioned. None of this. Nothing about, yes, Shaft is dead. Nothing about his dad, the KGB, anyone being in prison has ever come up before. Never comes up again. But apparently the brother was mad at him because they thought he sold his dad out. Well, Benoit, this was back in the past. This wasn't right now. So, I mean, that part isn't, you found like the one thing that isn't a plot hole. At some point in the past, he thinks he sold his dad out. They don't say when that was. Yeah, the Soviet Union was like 91 or 92, it collapsed. So, assuming it's before then, but who knows? Who knows? It's a Seagal movie. Who knows? So here, this is how we find out the even worse part about the affair. He's telling Mr. Ambassador to Poland or something. I don't think it was 89. I'm pretty sure it wasn't 89. He's telling him that he knows all about the whole thing.
Do yourself a favor, Jonathan. Walk away.
Okay, this guy's hired multiple people to kill Seagal and telling Seagal to walk away. How the fuck does that make sense? Like, you keep sending people to kill him. He can't walk away. He obviously can't run away, but walking slowly is like the one thing he could do away.
You really think after 16 years that little episode will come home to roost?
16 years ago is when they blew up the plane. 16 years ago. Which would have made the wife 12. She would have been 12 when she was having an affair with that guy and was already married to her husband. 12, and she's having an affair with that elderly guy. What the fuck? But it's Seagal, so he kills him. Whatever, who cares? So yeah, Seagal kills him because he exists in the movie, so somebody has to kill him. Okay. So Pete, because he just won't stay away. He's with Seagal, and they are gonna break into the house now because the husband is there. But I know what you guys are thinking. But how do they get past the gate? There's no way they could ever get past that gate. Oh, yeah, that thing. Okay, yeah, again, not a plot hole. So him and Pete just go along murdering everyone. It's been like 2 days. They replaced their entire staff that got murdered in like 2 days. And apparently there was no investigation. Nobody found anything of it. Cool, they just killed everyone and then hired new people, and now they're all dead. They have 2 Seagals working together now. This is awful. You can't have 2 Seagals working together. Of course, Pete turns on Seagal because he's Pete and doesn't realize the rule of Seagal movies is Seagal can't get hurt. So Seagal kills him for like the 3rd or 4th time. All right, now Seagal's got the gun at the husband's head. He basically just tells Seagal his wife's a crazy bitch and don't listen to her. Seagal doesn't ever bring up the fact that, hey, I talked to that ambassador, the Poland guy. Yeah, he admitted everything. So he doesn't call him out on that because Seagal respects stupid lies. If it's a really stupid lie, Seagal respects it. Lucas, Space Eye, since I started watching your channel, I've developed a strange attraction to Seagal's V-shaped receding hairline. Is this normal? No, you are a terrible person. What is wrong with you? I hope all my viewers aren't like that. Sorry, Lucas. Get your shit together. Anyways, so the husband, it turns out, that's who hired Pete in the first place. So I don't know why Pete had to murder his way through everybody to get to him. Because they hired him. But, you know, this is Pete, so I bet you can't guess what's going to happen to him. Yep, he hired him, but he kills him. Sure. Nick, are you going to do the second half of The Acolyte? I was on the fence about that. I was going to see what happened in the videos, because I think I did up to video 5, maybe 6. I don't think so. There's just not enough content for a full video. Maybe I could do like an addendum and just add a few things onto it. But there was like 3 episodes. Almost nothing happened. Nothing changed. So I'll think about it, but I'm not sure. Did I miss one? Can you do horror villains? I'm not sure what you mean by do horror villains. I can do horror movies. Anyways, now we're in Norway. I don't know why we're in Norway. They don't explain why we're here, how we get there. But this is where we are. And the wife's here with Seagal, and these people just bust in. Now, keep in mind, everyone that has anything to do with the conspiracy that supposed to be exposing is dead. They are all dead. I think Pete killed them all. No, Seagal killed the ambassador, and Pete killed the husband. So who's hiring these people? What is the point? Who cares about any of the evidence? People that were going to go down for it are all dead right now. But Seagal likes killing people, so maybe he just forced them to kill them all, obviously. Now they're back. I guess they live together. Apparently they live together now. It's not explained. They just live together. This is the apartment that that French lady was in at the beginning, who I told you will never be mentioned again. But apparently she gets her shit together and just leaves. She just leaves, which makes sense. Finally something that makes sense. He doesn't like it, so he just breaks it in for a mirror. Okay. Whatever. Cool. And then he gets home. Oh my God, it's Pete. It's Pete. There's no way anybody hired him for this because, again, everybody's all dead. Everyone's all dead. So why is he here? How does he know where Seagal is? Why does he care? And Pete can't be killed by explosions. He can't be killed by bullets. He can't be killed by gravity. The only thing that can kill Pete. Come on, do it. You know you want to. You know you want to do it. Come on. He knows he's going to die. Karate chop. Pete is now dead. That's the last we ever see of Pete. It was the karate chop. The karate chop is something Pete just... He can't deal with karate chop. He's built for bullets, explosions, terminal velocity falls. So, okay, I guess Pete's dead. And now Seagal's on a boat. Why is he on a boat? Where's he going on this boat? She writes him a letter saying, leave me alone. You're insane. You're going to kill me or something. I don't know. Just tells him to fuck off. She gets a lot. I don't think he can read cursive, though. I think that might be the issue. But he's on this boat going to who knows where. Down a river. The Mario boat or something. I don't know what any of this is supposed to be. Why he's on the boat. Why he looks so sad. Why he sit. Pete has far more lives, Michael Mitchell, than Redface or a cat. Far more lives. Oh, yes, Mr. Definitely Not Boromir. This does have a sequel. Black Dawn is supposed to be a sequel to this. They show a quick flashback to the scene in the cottage that got burned down. And that is the only connection. And then the same name. Nothing else has anything to do with it. Yeah, no, that's a full-size tugboat. Okay. My God, I'm not watching this again. How do I get
don't
this?
worry about it. We'll be fine.
What the heck? I've already seen this. How do I get out of here? There we go. Okay. My God. No, what's happening?
Oh,
Sorry, I know you guys want to see that again, but too bad. Oh, no. Okay. Are we back? Yeah, there we go. So that is why I say that movie is the best Seagal movie. That movie is the worst Seagal movie. Are we still doing this? What's happening? Are we still watching this? Oh, no. There we go. Sorry, guys. I know that's confusing. My gosh. No space, man. You can't see yourself in chat. Really? Just the question about the receding hairline? Okay, now we'll get to the questions. Oh boy, there's a lot of questions. Yeah, I recommend watching The Foreigner if you don't believe me on how insane, stupid, and crazy that movie is. It's like they tried to make like 10 movies and then realized they weren't going to and then just threw just random things into every movie. There are so many things that just start and stop. So many things that have an ending but no beginning. Like the whole dad in prison thing. My God. God, there's so many things. What is happening? Okay, why? This is what we want. This is what we're seeing right now. Okay. Now let's get to the questions like I said for like the third time. Where are you, questions? Come on, questions. Come on, don't be afraid. All right, so we got one from Nanusit, who asks, I seem to get this a lot, so it makes sense to answer it again. Rob Schneider? Rob Schneider. Very good question. Thank you for that question. Thank you. I appreciate that question. Oh. Huff 2000. I don't know if Huff is the currency, but I appreciate that, Blaze. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Colin Booth. If Steven Seagal, Rob Schneider, Neil Breen, and Uwe Boll were lost in a forest, would anybody give a shit? Yes. Steven Seagal, Rob Schneider, and Uwe Boll would. Neil Breen would have no idea he's lost in the forest, and that includes up until he dies. He would not even know he's lost. So just those three, if those four went missing. Oh my God, what is this? Bruce Willis. Oh my God, is this the Bruce Willis? If you found Seagal in an alley, shivering and soaked in his own piss, would your escape plan be to get away from him before he noticed you and rose up in a psychosis-induced frenzy trying to eat you? No. I would just make fun of him because he's on the ground, and I know he's not going to be able to chase me. I would just make fun of him, maybe 2 feet away. Whatever is out of range of his little T-Rex arms. Thank you for that question, Bruce. I hope you're getting better. Okay. Brooklyn Paranormal. Jason Voorhees' story is he repeated transformations from dead to alive, child to adult, and eventually into a cyborg. Thank you, Brooklyn. Thank you for that important message. I hope you guys got that. Ricky Bobby. When can we get the making of? This is something I've noticed from you guys. Your questions are very unclear. The making of what? The making of what? If I see you in the chat and you're able to answer what the making of, then I will definitely answer it. But you got to give me more of the question. John Wick. Does he love the fuck out of cookies in this one too? Seagal always loves the fuck out of cookies. Killing and cookies are his 2 loves. Magician of Black Chaos. Hello, Mr. Space Eyes. I hope this message finds you well. All right, so this guy's writing from the Civil War. I have a question for you. If you had to donate your hair to a movie star, who would you choose? If I had to, if this is just a direct question, obviously it's going to be, obviously it's going to be Van Damme. Now, if you're going somewhere else, like they have chemo or something, and that's why you have to do it, then probably Seagal. But I don't know how deep your question's going. Bird Song and Blood. When did you realize your life's work was hilarious movie reviews? I still haven't realized that. So, I'll let you know when it happens. Area Justin 14. You have been captured by Seagal. That's not a question. Oh, there's more, I see. He gives you 2 options of how you want to die. Option A, spin kick from JCVD. There is no way Seagal would be able to set this up. There is no way he'd be able to set up Van Damme spin kicking someone for him. Option B, getting fucking Swansoned. Which are you picking? And how would you describe how it feels to get Swansoned? Very good question, aside from how impossible and ridiculous it is. I would choose a Van Damme spin kick. Those things are powerful enough. It would probably take Seagal out too. I assume he's in the area. So definitely the spin kick. Getting Swansoned is a combination of embarrassment, humiliation, and euphoria. Thank you for the question. Oh, Lucas has another serious question. 119 PLNs, man. You know those PLNs, those are good stuff. Space Ice, I have a serious question. If I were to arrange for Seagal, Breen, and yourself to go to a strip club, would you accept? See, part of me wants to see Breen in a strip club. Oh my God, that would just be hilarious. I don't know how he would react to that. But the other part of me doesn't want to die, and I feel like if Seagal goes to a strip club, lots of people are going to die. If you've ever seen any of his movies, lots of people die in strip clubs. But yeah, I do it. It would be worth it just to see Breen. Oh man, that's going to be comedy. Mimsy was the Trump assassin trained by Sensei Seagal. Wow, you guys getting all political with your questions. He did miss, so that's a point for Seagal. He was also laying down at the time. Another point for Seagal. Yeah, I think he was. Yeah, Mimsy, you got it. Good job. The alphabet. Someone just did the whole alphabet as their name. I'm not reading that. What would you do if you were stuck in a timeline where only Steven Seagal, Neil Breen, Mila Jovovich, and North Korean movies existed? Now, are these just the movies they've made are the only ones that exist? Or are they making a whole bunch of... They're making lots of movies, so the movies we have now would just be replaced, but they'd be in all of them. I don't know anything about North Korean movies. I feel like I would want to see them. It seems like that would be good stuff. But there is definitely at least one scene in the Mila Jovovich movies that are always great. So I'd be watching a lot of Mila. Vaporeon. Is Seagal drunk in all of his movies? Because that would explain a lot. No, he's just an idiot. He's just stupid. He doesn't get an excuse by being drunk. Not at all. Kappa Blanc. Why does it burn when I pee? Very good question. Thank you for asking that, Kappa Blanc. I know people are going to say syphilis or gonorrhea, but no, it actually means people are talking about you peeing. So that's why it makes you burn when you pee. Very good question. Thank you. Brenton. Will Seagal's hairline be making an appearance? Again, very unclear question. Making an appearance in a movie? No, probably not. I don't think he has hair anymore. So no, he'll not be making any more appearances. Extreme Chimp Out. Did you see the clip of JCVD doing the Thailand dance at an event recently? Oh yeah. Oh yes. When you have a channel that's all about how awesome Van Damme is, people send you everything about Van Damme. And I like that. That might sound like I was complaining. I've gotten this video like 100 times, and I loved every single time. So thank you for that question. But yes. Everyday Alien. Oh, I think somebody asked the question. Timothy Madison. Seagal's father disappointed in him, or even worse. Even worse? You mean, is the father worse than disappointed in him? These questions, man, they're unclear. I'll go something worse. If something worse is an option for Seagal, it's always something worse. Always. Glenn Brown. Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? Fucking Carmen Sandiego. It's gotta be South America. She's always in one of those stupid South America countries that nobody can tell apart. If you guys ever saw that, she's always in South America. And people pretend like they've heard of that country because, you know, they want to look smart, but they've never heard of it. Luke Red Zombie. Is there a more badass bird cameo than that dove in Mission Impossible 2? Thank you for that question, Lucard. And yes, I can't believe you would actually ask me this. The dove in Hard Target that Van Damme talks to. I'm actually ashamed of your question. I didn't ask it, but I'm still ashamed of it. Never ask a question again, Lucard. Richard Chaparro. How long before we get to Bazai? You guys, man. You guys. Is this... I think Bazai's in India. Am I correct? BASAI is India? Are you asking about Bollywood movies? Are we just saying in general we're on our way to India? God damn it, guys. Tuesday. I'll just go Tuesday. Tuesday will be in Bazai. Clockwork Orange Cassidy. Question. You guys know how I love it when you tell me it's a question before you ask the question. If there was a Seagal film coming out, what would it take for you to pay to see it? Oh boy. It would obviously be someone else's money. I'm not going to pay to see a Seagal movie. And it would be a lot of someone else's money. But then again, I do make fun of the movies. But if it's in a theater, I'll go... fuck that guy. That's what I'll go with. Valdivia. If Seagal and Nick Cage could make a baby. What the fuck? I'm not finishing this question. People, please. Oh my God, have some common decency. Pedro Law. Ask like 10 questions. I'll answer like 2 or 3. Best Rob Schneider movie. Knockoff, fucking obviously. Why England sucks so much? They're probably just jealous. They're just jealous because of that whole Revolutionary War thing. They never got over it, but they also can't do anything about it. So, deal with it, I guess. Nicolas Cage is the man. That's not a question, but I like it, so we'll go with that. TLJ Screwjob. What to you is the least terrible Seagal movie? I feel like you must not have been here earlier. The Foreigner. The Foreigner. That's why we went on that whole thing with The Foreigner. It is the best, worst, smartest, and stupidest all at the same time. It is the everything Seagal movie. If you combined all Seagal movies into one movie, it would be The Foreigner. Thank you for that question. The Gerald. Do you think Carnage will be in any of the other Resident Evil movies with Jovovich? They're not making those anymore, so no. No. That's like when people ask me if they're going to remake or do sequels to movies where the stars are all dead. It's weird questions, people. Oh, my God. User, 2-part question. Thank you. Thank you for that. Which up-and-coming action stars are you excited about? None of them. None of them. Are there any? Chad, are there any up-and-coming action stars? I don't think there are. Oh, man, what is this question? I recently watched Life After Fighting, which was written, directed, and starred in by Bren Foster. The dude is a legit black belt in a few martial arts, and it shows in the action sequences. Have you seen this/him before? You obviously haven't watched my videos. He's been in multiple Seagal movies, and he's always been the best part of those Seagal movies. So yes, I'm aware of him, and I'm pretty sure Seagal killed his career before it really got off. Scott Adkins is good, but I don't think he's up and coming. Hasn't he been around for like 20 years? That's pretty slow. Oh, no, it's a different question. Got it. Okay. Space Ice. Who would win in a fight? A knife fight? Steven Seagal or Bennett? Well, you know, they had us convinced that Bennett was like even matchup for 85 Arnold. And it was very convincing. He looked really tough. Like Seagal had no chance against, not Seagal, Schwarzenegger had no chance against him. That was really good movie work to make us believe that. So I'm gonna go Bennett. He was in Mad Max too, which is better than anything Seagal's ever been in. Oh wow, what are the odds? Next question by DBSG. Watching the Austrian Golem beat up mall security guards in Commando makes me wonder why that mall needed so many guards on duty at one time. What do you think they were really protecting there? So this is a very good question. A lot of people don't know this, but back in the 80s, all the malls were just ready for Arnold to show up and just lose his shit. So they all had hundreds of security guards at all times, and that's why they were there. He picks up a phone booth and throws it. And it's supposed to be a somewhat serious movie. So yeah, for Arnold attacks. This was before people knew about Seagal. Gorilla Suplex. Which movie Van Damme is the most powerful? Very good question, Gorilla. Very good question. Obviously, it's Time Cop. Now, because you have two Van Dammes in that movie, but it's not like they're different Van Dammes. They're the same person. I believe that's the only time he's played two different characters who are also the same person, so he's twice as powerful. That's just math. That's just math and science. It is not a tongue-in-cheek action movie. It is dead serious. How dare you? Definitely not Bender. If JCVD and Kurt Russell were ever in a buddy cop romantic comedy western sci-fi horror drama thriller, who would be the femme fatale they would both be trying to win over, and what kind of sci-fi horror creature would she be? Oh man, this started off super strong and then went to shit. Oh, did I miss a super chat? If Seagal had your hair, it would save his... Machongo, if Seagal had your hair, it would save his career. All praise the glorious hair. That's not a question, but it is true. It is not true. Seagal would still be garbage. All right, anyways, back to the Van Damme Kurt Russell question. You mean how many women would be fighting to win them over? You think they're going to be fighting over a woman? My God, why would they do that? No, so I reject this whole question. And sci-fi horror creature would she be? I don't like you, definitely not Bender. You can't set me up like that thinking this is going to go great and then just shit the bed. They would never fight over a woman. Women would be killing each other for them, obviously. They do that now. But that would never happen. Super Nintendad. Ancient texts Say if you utter Steven Seagal 3 times in the mirror. Sorry, blocked for a second. He will come, clear out your fridge, and assault your wife and children. True? Sure, why not? Sounds like something he would do. I guess it depends on if you live upstairs or not. I'm Kardashian. If Steven Seagal was in Harry Potter, which house would he be in? Oh my God. I am, the Harry Potter expert, so I'm glad you asked this. The Snugglepuff or whatever. That just sounds like him. Oh God, there's more to this question. Or would he be a Dementor guarding Azkaban and taking away the life spirit of any unfortunate poor soul that wandered close by? I don't know what any of that is, so I'm going to say no. I don't want you to trick me and it's like makes him sound something good. So no, he would never be anything good. Carlos Ferguson. If a woodchuck could chuck wood, how quickly would Seagal eat it? He doesn't eat wood, he eats babies. Nice try. That's one nice kitty. Which JCVD pair would win a 2v2v2v2v2 battle? You list off options. Don't give me the options. I give you the answers. It would definitely, again, be Time Cop. He could make as many Van Dams, just going to different time periods as possible. Infinite Van Dams? Oh, my God. Infinite times infinity? Good question, though. Thank you for the question. Mick Micko. This is meow, meow. Grr, I'm a cat dragon. That's a great question, Mick. Never ask me anything ever again. Juxtaposition. Or juxtaposition. You guys need to learn to spell. Why is Rob Schneider? What is Rob Schneider? Do we need a Rob Schneider? Or is JCVD the one and only? Rob Schneider, no, yes. G Sentinel. Would you rather have Neil Breen write and direct the biopic Mullet of Glory, the Space Ice story, or have Steven Seagal star as you? Oh man, these are terrible things. I would go with Breen because I feel like he would misspell a lot of the title, so people wouldn't even realize it was me. I don't want Seagal as me. Oh man, but yeah, he would butcher the title. Nobody would even know it's me. I don't know why he does that. I know he's by himself and does everything, but nobody points out, like, why is the Tortured Crossing not capitalized as part of the title? Why are there so many periods in I Am Here Now? God bless that man. MK3 Ferret. Bro, all I want to know is where her spark plug is located. Bro, if you have to ask that, bro, come on. If you have to ask that, you're not going to know. Jesus, dude. John Shepard, if Steven Seagal came to you for advice about the script for his next movie, what would you tell him? To go fuck himself. Classic Joyful Memories. Out of all of the Steven Seagal movies that you've reviewed, which one is the most unintentionally funny? Should have weeded some of these out, because that's obviously The Foreigner, which I've mentioned multiple times. It's the Everything Seagal movie. It's literally the Everything Seagal movie. I'll get to the chat questions, but I have these. These were from the community post I did, so I do copy all those questions down. I should read them and just not bring all of them over. Okay, Gamescape. It's been said that after a nuclear war, the cockroaches would be the only things left alive. In the event of such an occurrence, would Seagal survive as some kind of cockroach deity? No, he would be the cockroach's bitch. He would. They'd be slapping him around. It would be embarrassing for him, like everything else is. Orist, Fourth Horseman. What are the chances of a live stream interview with Neil Breen? Very low, very low. As I've said before, he doesn't like me. However, I do know what neighborhood he lives in, so I could do like an ambush style interview. It would be hard to live stream it because I don't know when he comes in or out of his home, if he does. But yeah, there could be There could be an ambush interview coming up at some point. Keep an eye out for it. Yeah, he lives not too far from me. I recognize the neighborhoods from his movies. Everything's done in a very, very small radius. So I know the general area he lives in, and I could, if I was a stalker, if I was a Seagal type stalker, I could find him. 245 Bryce. If you could erase one Steven Seagal movie from existence, which one would you pick? I answered this one a few times. It's always Above the Law, hoping for a domino effect where he just doesn't exist anymore. Because that was his first movie that stupid people thought was good. TimStar28. Who is better, Breen or DiCaprio? Very good question, TimStar. While DiCaprio might be a far better actor, I think we can agree that Breen will always be known as the real heartthrob. Plus, he writes, he directs, he produces, he does the special effects, he does the catering. If you've seen his credits, he does the catering too. He's a one-man show, so I got to go with Breen. Breen just is the total package. Lord Vulcan. If JCVD invented time travel and went back to 1812, would he be able to roundhouse the Titanic by standing on the iceberg? Why wouldn't he be cold, and how is this all Seagal's fault? I think you're off by like a century there. But that doesn't validate the question, because Van Damme could go 100 years before the Titanic and still spin kick it from that iceberg. So, yes, of course he could. And maybe that's why. Maybe that's what happened. Maybe Van Damme couldn't believe this stupid fucking ship was coming at the iceberg just a short 100 years after he was on it. So we spin kicked that bitch. Of course he's not cold, because have you seen his muscles? He has big muscles. How is this all Seagal's fault? This is good stuff. This isn't Seagal's fault. The Titanic had it coming. There, I said it. It's been too long. Nobody says that, but everybody thinks it. Birdsong and Blood. Why did Steven Seagal decide to make his hairline look like Eddie Munster's? It's so pointy. It is pointy, you're right, and that's why he does it. Thank you, Birdsong and Blood. Seagal's hairline is pointy. John C. Bartlett. If a woman has a baby boy by JCVD, but he's raised by Seagal, how does he run when he grows up? Okay, all right. I reject everything about this question except for the last part. Obviously, well, not the first part. The woman having a baby by Van Damme, obviously that's true. But you think Van Damme's not going to raise his own child? No, Seagal's the deadbeat, not Van Damme. You think Seagal's going to raise a child? Especially one that's not his? He doesn't raise his own kids. So, but yes, he would still run amazingly because it's the genetics. Nothing Van Damme can be anything as terrible as Seagal, just genetically. Thank you for that question, John C. Bartlett. That might come up. Robert Meadows. When are we going to get RoboCop reviews? Later. We'll go later. See, currently I'm doing Fury Road. Trying to get some new movies mixed in with the older movies. So I'm doing Fury Road. I might do another TV show. Checking out Fallout. That seems to be a weird one. At least might give me a lot of material. So at least those two. I'm going to finish off Resident Evil. Then it could be something. Maybe after that. I'm not saying it will be after that, but that's the first it could be. Thank you for that question. Now we have Machango. To save Seagal's epic movie career library, what actor do you think could replace him in all his movies and make them awesome? You can't use JCVD. Well, that's messed up. You must be new to the channel. It would be Nicolas Cage. And that's not even close. I mean, Van Damme would probably be one, but Nicolas Cage cannot make a bad movie because all of Nicolas Cage movies have Nicolas Cage. So I hope that helps. Lucas with another. Wow, more of these PLNs. Space Ice. Should Seagal return in the next Avengers movie as Hawkeye? Yes. Or which character he could be. Was the Scarlett Johansson one. Black Widow. He should be Black Widow. Or maybe we should have Seagal versus Godzilla. Yes. Yes to all of those. Even the one that wasn't a yes or no question gets a yes. You're the reason my kids know. This is Richard Japaro. You're the reason my kids know Seagal is a monster. Bro, thank you. You're welcome, Richard. I know kids don't listen. But that's why I do this. The kids need to know. Demerco, if Neil Breen would contact you to do some voiceovers for his new ellipses movie ellipses, would you do it? I would be open to do it. However, I would not do it for the single digit offer he would make me. I'm not going to do it for $4, and I don't think he's going up to $5. So I think that's going to be a hard pass for him and me. Thank you though for that question. Lucrid Zombie. I feel like I answered 1 year before, but that's okay. Would you consider styling your hair like Guile from Street Fighter for your next live stream? That depends. If you mean Guile from that old game, or you mean Guile as Van Damme. It's yes either way. I'm just kind of curious what you mean. But yeah, definitely. We'll see. Maybe I will. I'll probably forget. I'm going to say yes, but I will tell you I will forget. Juseuk. Who would win in a Hell in a Cell match? Angela Lansbury or Steven Seagal? Not fully clear on what a Hell in a Cell match is, and Angela Lansbury is dead. But I'm still going to go Angela Lansbury, and I don't think it won't be close. Thank you, Juseuk. Wow Carnage asks, if you punch yourself and it hurts, does that mean you're strong or weak? Yeah, it means you're a pussy. Yeah, if you punch yourself and it hurts, yeah, don't do that. Cat, have you seen the new movie out, Longlegs? If so, what did you think of Nicolas Cage's role? I have not seen that yet, but I thought it was fucking amazing. Oh my god, it was good. Oh my god. Thank you, Cat. Any chance to talk about Cage is a good thing. Malpertui, when JCVD will hire you as a screenwriter for his movie, what would the first scene in this movie be? You're just asking a question that you already know the answer to. Everyone knows the answer. And it's silly to call the first scene. It would be the only scene in the movie. And it would win everything. Tuvok Shakur. Does it count as a mullet if my hairline is halfway up my head? That's a good question. I like that you ask that. Don't do it. No, it won't count as a mullet, and it'll make real mullets like mine. It cheapens them, so don't do it, please. Thank you. JWS Bagombo. How is a film determined to be a mega blockbuster hit movie? It's very arbitrary, and it's whatever I feel like. Thank you. It's very scientific. Hoven. This is like a picture. So it's got like a ballot. Trump is an X, Biden's an X, and then there's a check mark next to Rob Schneider. Yeah, I agree with that. Everybody, if you're not a convicted felon, you can vote. Just write in Rob Schneider, please. Do it for America. Rezon 3955. How many accountants and CEOs do you think will be killed in Breen's next movie? Does he kill CEOs? I know he kills presidents of banks. And he did kill 300 million in the movie before, but I don't know how many were accountants. Some of them had to be accountants and CEOs. So I'm going to go 1 million. I think he'll tone it down a bit. Birdsong and Blood. Why do you think Steven Seagal so beloved by Putin? I love when you guys just leave words out. Just so you guys know, if this sounds stupid, then I'm saying I just read it word for word. I'm not an idiot like that. But I'm not calling you an idiot, Birdsong and Blood. You just don't know how to write. I think they're just 30 years behind over there. So he's going to feel like an asshole in 30 years once he sees what Seagal's been up to. Oh, he's going to feel stupid. But thank you for the question. Oh my God. Egalitariat like Secretariat. I'm guessing the horses. How do you feel about the movie Braveheart? I feel all good things. All the good things you're supposed to feel about Braveheart. Amazing movie. Even if they are British. I don't know if they were British. Whatever. I don't know how any of that works. But yeah, still a good movie. Trend Leader 863. Can we talk about the laddie from Species? She's so hot. Sure, what would you like to talk about with the Species lady? I think she has a name. You know, I always treat the ladies with respect. Natasha Henstridge, I believe is her name. I think she takes her clothes off a lot. That's all I know about her. There, we talked about her. Sacred Band. What is it with you and Rob Schneider? Oh, we go way back. We actually went to school together. A lot of people don't know that. Thank you for the question, Sacred Band. And no, I made that up. I have no idea. He's much older than me. I just think he does terrible movies. But I actually don't hate him. His movies are awful, but I think he's a good guy. Plus, he did piss off Van Damme that one time, and I've never forgiven him. Never forgiven him for what he did in Knockoff. If you haven't seen Knockoff, fuck you. But you should, and he did bad things. Hoplite. Will you be doing Steven Seagal's TV series? If you mean the, what is it called, True Justice or something? The one that's scripted? Yeah, I will. If you're talking about the Lawman, the reality, probably not. I mean, I can try, but it doesn't really fit my style very well. And I'd have to combine like 4 or 5 episodes. But I might give it a shot at some point, but don't count on it. User. You basically make better movies in your head than studios do with a team. Do you have any actual scripts or story ideas of your own? Actually, I have several. You guys are going to have to wait on that. I'm not ready to announce any mega blockbuster hit movies at this moment. Satirical Zero, Black Dawn, or The Foreigner. Which is the worst Jonathan Cole movie? You spelled Jonathan wrong and Cole instead of cold. I have to point that out. It's The Foreigner. It's both better and worse, as everyone who's been paying attention knows. Oh, thank you, Kane. Z7. Hi, Space Ice. How? I assume that is a Native American greeting. And good day to you, sir. Machongo with another one. If Seagal was cast as Atreyu in the never-ending story, would his awfulness be enough to ruin the movie? Of course. Of course. Really? Never-ending story? That's some gold standard that you can't imagine someone could ruin. Yeah, it wouldn't take a lot to ruin that movie. I like the movie, but it could easily be ruined by a lot of things. Oh man, this is a good question. Dalbro, who is stronger, or the bear? Thank you for asking me this very important question, bro. I'm gonna go with the bear is stronger than whatever you're supposed to be comparing it to, but you didn't tell me. Oh my God, Lord Vulcan, how many questions can I ask? No more for you. Rangas, oh my God, what is his name? Ranga Sararinga. Have Seagal or his cronies threaten you this far, or have you received any good remarks from actors that played the best movie videos? I have not, unfortunately, had either of those. Actually, I probably should have mentioned this when I was doing the video. I know the guy that plays Pete in The Foreigner has seen the video. And I guess he thought it was really funny. I should try and get him on, see if I can ask him some questions about that movie. Just what the fuck goes on in these Seagal movies. I might be able to work that out. We'll see. Killing on Adrenaline. What is your favorite? Oh, it's The Foreigner. It's The Foreigner. Answer to all these. Favorite Seagal movie? Made you laugh the most? Made you most confused? Or simply one that was most entertaining? Yes. Yes, again, The Foreigner. Lord Vulcan, oh my God. If Betty White, this guy's always, if you guys don't know this guy, he always asks about Betty White. If Betty White and Steven Seagal had a showdown in a Thailand bar, what magical abilities would Betty White use to win? And how would her friendship with Putin give her the upper hand? Is Betty White friends with Putin? I did not know that. Well, she's dead, so her magical abilities don't seem to be working too great. So she'd use the one where she isn't dead anymore, I guess. That's how she would win. And her friendship with Putin, well, she didn't win friendship awards from him, so that also gives her an advantage. Thank you for that question, Mr. Vulcan. No more Betty White questions from you, please. Malpertui, who is screaming in the background of all your videos? You give me that, then you give me options that I have to answer. 1, one of Seagal's ex-wives. 2. Seagal himself after he saw Time Cop and understood that all his movies are at the bottom of a bottom. Can I ask a question with an actual answer and then tell me I have to pick one of these two? I reject that. Neither of those. It is just, it's just people. They're just people. Whenever I start talking, they're neighbors, I guess. I don't know, they just start singing. That's not supposed to be in my videos, but I can't record anything without them. So it just kind of worked out that way. Lil T Tacos. Is Van Damme the best? Fuck yeah, Van Damme's the best. Thank you for that question. All right. So that's all the ones from the community thread. If you guys have questions from chat, I will pick and choose when I feel like answering. Timothy Madison. What is Seagal's spirit animal? Deaf, not a bear. What was that? On Deadly Ground, where he just attacks the bear who just throws him into the river? Yeah, I guess it's not a bear. Good point. I can't imagine an animal liking Seagal. We'll go with a groundhog. He just kind of looks like a groundhog, so we'll go with that. Time Cop, RoboCop, or Space Cop. Is Space Cop a movie? I'm definitely going Time Cop, but I hope Space Cop's a movie. It should be a movie. How could that not be a movie? It's such an obvious name. Mickey's... Oh, that's not a question. Space Ice stole my girl. Okay. Like, Seagal-wise? Like, kidnapped and kept in my dungeon? Do you like Jean Reno as an action guy? I have no idea who that is, so no. I'm going to say no just to be safe. Chuck Norris versus JCVD. Thank you, Mortal, for that important question. JCVD, and it's not even close. Space Ice, Buffalo Bob or Buffalo Bill? Not clear who Buffalo Bob is. Buffalo Bill is like a skinnier Seagal. So I'll go Buffalo Bob just to be safe. Eddie Herta. How did you land on our Earth, Space Ice? These are the questions you guys have? How did you land on our Earth? It's my Earth too, dickhead. Space Ice. Can you do an impression of Seagal explaining why a helicopter is called a chopper? No. I will not do a Seagal impression. I refuse to do a Seagal impression. Nobody should ever do a Seagal impression. Space Ice, Rob Schmida. Okay. I should read these to myself before I read them out loud. Do we have any actual questions that aren't just sounds? IR, who pooped in my shoe? Do you not know who pooped in your shoe? I feel if you have an animal or a small child, that should answer that. If not, oh man, then I don't know. We'll just say your wife. I don't know if you're married, but whatever, your wife. Kane, is this a good question, Space Ice? It's better than most of these questions. Yes. Rob Schneider or Steele Schneider? Oh, okay, you're going with the first name as a verb. Rob him. Violence, because, yeah, robbery's a violent crime, so we'll go Rob. Steven Seagal, what are you doing in here? Oh, my God. Who let Seagal in here? No, I don't love you, Seagal. God damn it. Hey, Space Ice, have you met any other older action movie stars? What do you mean by any other? I don't think I've met any of them. So, no. I'm not sure who you mean by other, but I've not met any older action stars, unfortunately. Space Ice, what happened to your beard? Okay, Justin, I know what you're doing. You're trying to set off a Neil Breen thing. Not gonna happen, buddy. Not gonna happen. Unlike him, I did have a beard, okay? And I'm not gonna get all pissed about it. Space Ice, is it gay not to be attracted to JCVD? That's an interesting question, because everybody's attracted to JCVD, but some are women, so that can't be gay. So, not always. Usually, but not always. JG, I love the Alien franchise, but I have a feeling Romulus is going to be very stupid and probably woke. Should I go see it in the theater? I have no idea what Romulus is. I'm going to just assume by the question it's a new new Alien movie. It's probably going to be shit. I don't know anything about it, but it's probably going to be shit. So don't see it. See the new Nicolas Cage movie. I don't know if it's out yet, but see Longlegs if you can. Illustraful, have you ever attempted to use your Space Ice voice in your day-to-day life? No. Unless you mean when I'm working, then yes. Mortal, have you ever, met Seagal, Earl, comma, if not, woulda? Yeah, I'd meet him. I don't think he's got the guts. I don't think he would ever meet me, but I would definitely meet him. But I could make him cry. Space Ice, what is your favorite Neil Breen movie? Probably the first one. I think it's Double Down. I've said this before, but that one almost tricks you into thinking it has a point and is going somewhere. But it really isn't. It really isn't. Space Ice, is Stuttering John a deadbeat? Probably. I know very little about Stuttering John. Wasn't he on, Howard Stern? Like 30 years ago? Haven't heard his name since. But sure, he's a deadbeat. Why not? Ooh, Space Ice. Would it be better to be homeschooled by JCVD or Space Ice? Definitely not me, because I could not care less about homeschooling anybody. So JCVD, because he's badass, and because I would probably just ditch you. I'd probably just leave. Space Ice will make him cry. Oh, that's not a question. Sorry. Fateful Findings it's a popular pick because it's his most accessible movie, but it is far from his best. Double Down is so insane. Somehow, if you haven't seen Double Down, see it. It's a new level. Space Ice, can you give us your social security? If not, can you tell us if you achieved your lifelong dream of receiving a fax from JCVD on your fax machine? Thanks. This has to be AI. Sure. Yes to all of it. Yes. Space Ice, will you ever review Accident Man 1 and 2 with the Great Scott Adkins diet? No. I don't know what 90% of what your question means, so I'm just going to say no. Oh, Lucas, Space Ice, do you think that Seagal is the reason aliens do not contact us? Very good question, Lucas. Yes. Yes. I'm surprised they haven't attacked us yet. Space Ice, Neil Breen claims he was first in his class in computer sciences in college, but we all witnessed you fix the audio. Does that mean you were number 2 in computer sciences? You guys didn't see, I have a team of people with me, and one of them called Breen, and he walked them through it. That's how I fixed the audio. Thank you for that question, though. Thank you. It was, of course, one of those rotary phones, because, it's Breen. My Concho, if Nicolas Cage plays Steven Seagal in a biopic written and directed by Steven Seagal, would you still be able to praise? Oh, fuck yeah, I would. If it's got Nicolas Cage, he can turn shit into gold. Definitely. Edward Mararu. Oh, man, could you imagine Nicolas Cage is playing Steven Seagal? That would be amazing. Do you think AI can make a good Steven Seagal movie, or at least write a better script? If when you say Steven Seagal movie, if you mean a movie with Steven Seagal, no. If you mean a Steven Seagal style movie, yes. And it could definitely write a better script. If you saw earlier The Foreigner, that, my God. That, every time I think of that movie, it's so much work to be so bad. It's so much work to look so lazy. My God. Space Ice, I want to have a mullet like yours. Yes, you do. Not a question, but yes. Buffet Siege is my magnum opus. Okay, Steven. Okay. How are you even typing? We taught you how to type. Are you using your trackball? Space Ice, can you please destroy Under Siege? You mean like a copy of the movie? Or do you mean just make fun of the movie? I can do both. Tommy Lee Jones is good in that movie, so I'd rather not destroy like a copy of it. Space Ice, do you like Leon the Professional? Jean Reno, pronounced like Renault. Yes, I do. Yes. man, these questions, man. Why Steven Seagal is Steven Seagal? Lots of personality disorders, and learning disabilities, and just being a terrible person, lack of hygiene, lack of self-respect, lack of admitting he's bald, just lots of things. Just there's so many. We don't got time to list them all. Space Ice, are you going to stream on Rumble and Odyssey at some point? If there's enough people that want to see it in those places, sure. I don't know if there is, but that's basically what it comes down to. Space Ice, thank you for showing the world that glorious mullet. Oh, you're very welcome, Rocks. All right, coming up on 105 minutes. Yeah, I'll do one more really good question. Make it a good question, guys. Put your heads together, come up with something incredible. Please make it like an actual sentence, at least. People struggle with that sometimes, but you guys can do it. Come on, guys. Come on. Oh, wow, someone threw money. Okay. Money usually wins. Vicado M. Sharar. Just found out my wife of 6 years likes Rob Schneider. Should I file for divorce? Very good question. I mean, yes, you absolutely should file for divorce, but nothing to do with Rob Schneider. You didn't say if it was the movies or him. If it's the movies, then yeah, you definitely should get divorced. If it's just him as a person, that's not a reason to divorce her. But you should divorce her anyways. Okay, I hope that makes sense to you. So yes, but not because of the Schneider thing. So thank you guys. That was a very good question. That's a good thing to end on. I'm gonna try different times for the streams. One of these days, there won't be 10 minutes of technical issues at the beginning of the stream. But it probably won't be for a long time. It'll probably be me fucking around with computers to begin all my streams. So get used to it. Thank you guys. Bless be JCVD and fuck Seagal. This has been Space Ice's mega blockbuster hit live stream, where you ask the dumbest questions and he tries to take you seriously.